Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 6 for 6 here. We're doing a very great World Cup campaign push. We got 6 games for you today. There are 6 games happening today. So we have finally officially have a full slate on 6 for 6 on this glorious Wednesday of June 24th, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is my 27th birthday on top of that as well. So just trying to get a quick episode out there and so I can enjoy my birthday. Just been having computer issues with my laptop on the other one that's a little bit older. Decides to struggle every once in a while with that update for the most part. But I mean, it's on its last legs. I see the writings on the wall for that laptop. I'm just riding it until it dies, or I'm too frustrated with it. I'll just let it rest in peace is the best way to really describe it for the most part. But we are diving into Group B and C of the World Cup matches. Both of those groups are now duking it out. Final jockey position for the last games before we finally reach the knockout stage. So there's some pivotal moments that we're looking at if we are taking a look at the group stage scenario. But I mean, the points of Group B, Canada sitting on top of the league with 4 points, Switzerland with another 4, Bosnia and Qatar with 4 points. However, none of them are locked in at this moment in time, because if Bosnia wins, they need goal differential to make it through. So that's what the big takeaway of Group B is looking like right now, ladies and gentlemen. I like Bosnia get the victory over Qatar in this one. It's going to be very interesting, but also Canada is playing Switzerland. So whoever they want to draw, so both get through, then they don't have to worry about anything. But if one wins, now the other's relying on goal differential to keep them alive. Because Bosnia, I think right now we need 6 goals in this Qatar matchup to get through, because they're right now trailing 3 goals at the moment in the group differential. So it's a big campaign, a big undertaking as well. However, it also depends. If Canada gets a lot of goals and shuts out Switzerland, that could also swing in Bosnia's favor. But at the end of the day, Bosnia still needs 3 goals. 4 goals to give them a chance, and hoping Canada can get 3 to diminish the goal differential right now. But I don't think we're going to see that from the Canadian squad. I think they're going to rather take the draw and don't have to worry about anything, and it would help out the Swiss. But then also, if you eliminate them, then there's a chance that you don't have to worry about it on top of that as well. So that's what Group B is looking at. Like Group C, I mean, for the points, Brazil's with 4 points, Morocco's with 4, Scotland with 3, Haiti with 0. Haiti's out of the picture, but Scotland, as they have Brazil, it's a do or die scenario. But it's also one of those pivotal moments where if Scotland can get some goals, they can get out of the goal differential. But I think Morocco is going to put Haiti in their place and get the 6, I would say get the 7 points and get out of the group stage without a problem here today. So I think it's really depending on what Scotland can do with Brazil. And it's a huge undertaking. If they can disrupt Brazil, then they're in. So it's winner take all in this matchup. So that's how Group C is looking like on this front. So without further ado, let's dive into our overall records and start breaking down some of these games and what needs to happen for things to go in certain teams' favor as they get out of the group stage and head out towards the knockout. So last episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are 3-0-1 overall. Great performance of what we've seen thus far. Happy with how things are turning out, but we could do always better, getting that perfect, undefeated record, boosting up our wins as best we can. Because as you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, our overall record for season 5, if it decides to cooperate, it's not going to cooperate. But as we can see here, we're 51, 26, and 6 right now. So overall, pretty happy with how things are shaking out in season 5 thus far. I like how great this margin is. It's looking like we're a dominant team in season 5 thus far. I like it. I'm very happy on the outcome of how things are shaking out for 6 for 6 right now for season 5. So let's dive in for the games we have today. So in the 6th slot, like I mentioned, Scotland versus Brazil, group stage today, 6 time, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. Scotland needs a win to get out of the group stage. If they lose, they are done. However, they could get away with a tiebreaker, but they would need Haiti to beat Morocco to get through. That's the dilemma that they're in. I think Brazil's going to put Scotland in their place, and it's going to be history. And then Scotland had a great campaign, but you're going to fall short in this scenario. So give me Brazil to win this matchup. In the fifth slot, ladies and gentlemen, we have Morocco, Haiti, group stage today, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time on FS1, ladies and gentlemen. This game is pivotal for Morocco. If you draw, you're in. If you lose, you're in trouble, because then that means Scotland just needs the goal differential to get through. But we'll have to see how that ends up shaking itself out. But I like Morocco in this one. They're not gonna have too much of a struggle, and they will be fine in the scenario. Now we get to Group C a little bit. You have Bosnia, Qatar, group stage today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, noon Pacific time on FS1. Bosnia trying to keep their World Cup hopes alive. Winning today gives them the chance, but they need the goal differentials to help them out in their favor. They need Canada to actually help them out in this scenario and destroy the goal differential. So they're rooting for Canada in this one, but this Canadian team has been a interesting team to watch, from struggling their opening match to destroying Qatar, getting that 6 goals up for that goal differential. We really don't know what this Canadian team is going to look like, so we will keep our close eyes on this one. But this Bosnian team is going to make a statement today against Qatar and winning with a good, healthy margin. Probably 1 goal, maybe 2, depending, but we'll have to wait and see. So you can catch Bosnia, Qatar, group stage today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, noon Pacific time on FS1. Next up, we have Switzerland, Canada, group stage today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, noon Pacific time on Fox. I like Switzerland in this matchup based on how Canada has been performing in this World Cup thus far. I think the Swiss have made statements throughout this campaign, and I don't think we're going to pass upon any great opportunity from this matchup. So give me the Swiss to win today. And like I said, Group 2, or I guess Group A, is a little bit interesting right now. When you start looking at it, you got the Czechs versus South Africa, and you have not today, but like in the group scenario, you got Mexico, who's already punched their ticket in, but South Korea needs a win today. If they don't, I mean, they're still fine. You're just hoping that there's a draw and they're A-okay. But if Mexico loses to Czechia and South Korea draws, it looks relatively ugly, and you have goal differential that you're dealing with on top of that. So in retrospect, South Korea wins, they're in, and there's no drama on top of that. So from what we got in the scenario, I think Mexico gets out of here with the win. They might not be playing their star players, so Czechia might have a chance to be spoilers and get 4 points in the scenario. But I like Mexico to try to cap off their campaign and get 9 points and have a solid World Cup campaign thus far. Try to go undefeated as best they can in this scenario, but I can see them missing the star players and possibly losing or drawing this match. But I still like Mexico to try to get a victory here. And now the game of the week, ladies and gentlemen. South Africa versus South Korea, the Battle of the South. Group stage today, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time on FS1. South Korea really needs this victory today, because if they don't get it, it gets very interesting in the goal differentials on how things start looking out. It gets messy, it gets ugly, and no one wants to deal with that. So in South Korea's eyes, they want to win. They want to get out of the group stage and make a shot at the knockout stage, and how they're really determining what's going on for the most part here, ladies and gentlemen. But I will have to say that we will have a good matchups today that we got going on here. So let's get a quick recap, and we'll get you on out of here so you can enjoy the 6 matchups of the World Cup. So get your 2 screens, split screen it up, and then get ready to enjoy some World Cup action today. So in the 6th slot, we got Scotland, Brazil, group stage today, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Fox, and have Brazil winning it. In the 5th stage, you got Morocco, Haiti, group stage today, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time on FS1, and have Morocco winning it. 4th stage, we have Bosnia, Qatar, group stage today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific Time on FS1. Bosnia winning it. Then you have Switzerland versus Canada in this scenario. Group stage today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific Time on Fox, and I have Switzerland winning this matchup. And the second game that we have the Czechs versus Mexico. Group stage today, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Fox, and I have Mexico winning it. And then the game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, South Korea versus South Africa. Group stage today, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on FS1, and I have South Korea winning it. Like I said, our record thus far is from the last episode, it was 3-0-1, looking relatively good. Keeps our wins relatively healthy in the World Cup, but our draws are just growing through the roof. We're already at 6. Is probably the most we'll ever see until another World Cup comes through, or we cover more soccer matches. That's how we're probably going to gravitate towards too. But our season 5 record now this far, ladies and gentlemen, is 51, 26, and 6, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this episode of 6 for 6, and we'll catch you all next time. So long for now. Bye-bye.